Are you feeling totally burnt out, making decisions day in and day out, feeling physically and mentally exhausted? Then chances are you're suffering from a bad case of decision fatigue. And you're in the right spot because today we're going to go over 5 tips to help you reduce decision fatigue as a busy mom. So the first helpful way to reduce decision fatigue is by planning out your weeks. This helps to eliminate the what's next question that is constantly going on in our mind as moms. I actually have a free guide linked below that helps you effectively plan out your weeks to save your sanity and reduce some of that overwhelm when it comes to the what's next question. The second thing you can do to help reduce decision fatigue is create a decision jar. And this can be a jar filled with meals or activities, because if y'all are constantly in your family deciding what are you going to eat for dinner, then putting a list of all of your favorite meals in a decision jar, you can just have somebody pull one of those out of the jar and go, oh, okay, today we're going to eat Mexican. Or if you're always wondering, like, what are we going to do this weekend for fun? Then you could have a jar filled with some of the activities that your family enjoys so that you can just have somebody pick it out real quick. You don't have to think about it because you've already done that hard work. This also helps add an element of surprise that just keeps things interesting between you and the kids, and that you're not doing the same thing over and over again. The third thing you can do to help eliminate decision fatigue is to have decision themes. So each day of the week, you could have a theme. For instance, Mondays could be meal planning, Tuesdays could be budgeting, Wednesdays could be for self-care, and so on. This way you can focus on a particular aspect of your life each day, which ultimately reduces the mental energy spent on trying to figure out, well, what am I going to do today? The fourth thing is that you can have a decision-free morning routine. So the night before, lay out and organize everything that you would need for the morning. Go ahead and have your clothes picked out. Have your coffee mug right by the coffee pot in the morning. Go ahead and have pots and pans ready to go if you're going to make breakfast. These little things that may seem insignificant can really just help reduce that mental load of which coffee mug am I going to pick out for today. If it's already done for you, then you can quickly go through your morning a lot more smoothly. Our last tip, which is probably my favorite tip of all, is having decision-free times or decision-free zones. And this can be as small or as big as you want, but, keep it realistic within what your family dynamic looks like. For example, you could say after 9 o'clock, that's a decision-free time. You shouldn't be asking me big decisions or making me make big decisions after 9 o'clock because my body is totally shut down by then. I am ready to go to sleep. And if I'm having to spend a lot of energy coming up with decisions after that time, I get grumpy. So you could do something like that, or maybe just the 5 minutes of coming home. If you're coming home from work, or if the kids come home from school, it's like, hey y'all, welcome them back, and then go, okay, for 5 minutes, we're gonna go to our rooms separately, and we're just gonna have some quiet time where nobody asks mommy anything. Because my kids love to come home and go, what's for dinner? What are we doing tomorrow? Did you know what I did at school today? It's like, ooh, hold on. Figure out those times that you could possibly have a decision-free time. And then that just allows your brain to go, okay, for 10 minutes, I'm not going to be bothered. Go hole yourself up in the bathroom or in a closet where your kids can't find you, just so you can have a moment where you're not swirling around with all of these thoughts about things that you need to make decisions about. Now, we're never going to 100% not make decisions, but there are little things that we can do throughout our day to just reduce the amount of decisions that we're having to make and free up some brain space, some of that mental clutter, so that we can actually rest and enjoy our family. Have you followed me on Instagram yet? I would love to have you come hang out with me where I share some other quick tips on systems and streamlining your life so that you can free up time to be present with your family. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel so that you can be up to date with the new tips and routines to help you save time so that you can be present with your family. Thanks for hanging out today. I will see you next week.